I used to think I was really bad at sales. Honestly, I thought sales was sleazy. I thought you're just ripping people off. I thought you're just trying to convince people to do something that maybe is in their best interest, maybe it's not, but it's definitely in your best interest. I guess I had the stereotypical view of what a salesperson was. I had the negative experiences from all the people telemarketing me and calling me and pretending like they care, but they don't. And I really struggle with lack of authenticity. You know, I really struggle with that. And every model of a salesperson that I would see, I felt like this person doesn't get it. I never want to be this person. I never want to be the person selling something that I don't believe in. And so I think that honestly helped me back for a number of years until I realized you can be authentic and sell. You know, you can actually love what you're selling, know that it can be valuable to the customer and move them in a direction that serves them and helps you too. And I don't know if there's enough, honestly, great sales training or sales examples to model and learn from, because if you think about your own experience with salespeople, most of them are, again, just trying to close you, just trying to sell you, and it doesn't feel authentic, and it feels like a negative experience. It feels slimy. I think back to when I was 12 and 13 years old and I was negotiating baseball cards. I remember one kid, I had a garage sale, and a kid came up and wanted my Michael Jordan baseball rookie card, upper deck, for the season he played with the Chicago White Sox. And I had it listed for 20 bucks, and he came and he offered me 10, and he said that that's all he had on him. And I said, go home and get the other 10. And he did. He went home and he got the other 10. And why? You know, why push him? Well, I believed in the card was worth 20 bucks. You know, I believed it was worth it. Not that I bought it for whatever and I was just trying to make a margin, like it was actually worth it. I think to last week when I was helping Drew's an entrepreneur I invested in. He is a consultant helping other people grow YouTube channels. And I introduced him to a couple of prospects, and I got on a call with them and helped them close a couple deals. And I have a ton of energy when I'm talking to somebody about their YouTube channel that I actually believe in. Like if I see somebody who's an expert, like you are an expert, you could be great at this. You could be America's face for whatever. You've got a deep well of knowledge. We need to get that out into the world. YouTube has to be your number one home. When I'm on a call, there's a lot of energy and excitement for that because I deeply believe that it's the best thing for them. I actually see the vision for where they could go. And it's my belief in them that's greater than their belief in themselves for this thing that carries the day. Meanwhile, there's been tons of things that I haven't sold. You know, the number of people who pitch me every day with, hey, Evan, can you do a shout out? Hey, Evan, how much does it cost to promote my product? Hey, Evan, can you be an affiliate for my company? I was like, oh, well, I have to use your thing. I've never used your product or service, so I'm not going to recommend it to people if I haven't used it. When I did a 3-year deal with Sage, for those OG on the channel, you might remember I did 3 years of me and Stephen Kelly, who's the CEO of Sage. Sage is one of the biggest companies in Europe. And we did every month live chat on my YouTube channel. And before doing that deal with him, I loved him. He was great. One of my favorite CEOs of all time that I've met. Most CEOs are boring, afraid to answer questions, afraid to do anything live. He was great. But I wasn't a Sage user. I was a Microsoft Money user at the time. Shout out to Microsoft Money. And I said, in order for me to do this deal, I need to actually become a user. I need to switch my team over to Sage. We have to be able to use it on a daily basis. I want to be able to tell people and look them in the eye that I'm actually using it myself. I want to be able to troubleshoot some things. Like if somebody says, hey, how do I look at my balance sheet or income statement? I could point to it and show it because I'm using it. And that was part of the deal of why we made it 3 years, is because for me to convert over and move all my team over was effort, right? And it's why I leave tons of money on the table because I'm just unwilling to promote things that I don't care about or use personally. And so step number one is always, I'm going to use it. I'm going to see if I like it. I'm going to see if I can actually apply it to my business. And if I'm comfortable talking about it or recommending it, then I will. And if I love it, then I become such a great advocate for it. I think this is maybe the missing piece for a lot of you who may struggle with sales. Like if you're selling something you don't like, something you don't believe in, something that you don't use yourself, something that you wouldn't recommend to your mom, then don't sell it. People who are just chasing an opportunity, thinking it's a hot time to sell whatever product, don't do it. You're gonna feel gross, you're gonna get really poor results, you're gonna beat yourself up about it, where the problem is you just don't love the thing that you're selling and don't think that there's a lot of value in it. Where if you actually do, if you love it, and you know that this thing can solve somebody's problem, can have an impact on their life, can change it for the better, that's when you can go all in on it. And I think that's where most people actually generate a lot of enthusiasm and excitement. I think one of the biggest challenges for entrepreneurs is you love what you're doing, but you doubt if it's actually going to work. It's your own insecurity about yourself, that you don't know if you're going to get a result for the person. You don't know if the product or service is actually going to be the best thing for them. You love delivering, you love creating the product, you love helping them with the service, but you don't know if it's actually going to pay off, right? You don't know if you have what it takes to actually help them, even if you've helped other people. And that's where you need to get more certainty. Certainty in your ability to deliver. Certainty in knowing that even if you don't have everything figured out, you are going to show up for this client. That even if everything goes wrong, you'll find a way to show up. When you can adopt that mentality, everything shifts and changes. When I did my speaking tour and then we had to cancel on some people because I broke my neck, I said, okay, we'll make it up to them. You know, I'll over-deliver. I'll do a free call with everybody who paid for that event that we're gonna cancel on them. We're gonna refund them the money, obviously, but on top of that, we're gonna offer a free call with me to help them with whatever is, like, why did they want to come to the event in the first place? What's on their mind? How can I help and serve them? There's always a way to do more. There's always a way to over-deliver. Even if you mess up, there's a way that you can save the relationship and help. And so just keep that in your mind to help you get the certainty, because your intention is good. You want to serve. You know you're capable of doing it. But there's that little voice of doubt that you're not quite sure if it's going to work out for this client or not. If you can tap into that knowing that even if everything goes wrong, you can still help them. And you will work your face off until they are happy. That can give you the confidence to go in with the enthusiasm and certainty that's required to actually close the deal.
If you want another Evan rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
There are 3 words that are written on my phone. 3 words that every time I open my phone, I unlock it, I see those words on my background. No matter what screen I go to on my phone, there's still those 3 words.